This fight is brought to you by Iron Man 3. Larson low down in that stance. He's got to watch every move that Manhoef makes while he's standing up. Larson's game plan surely will be to take the Dutchman to the ground. Neither man will throw wildly.
Well, Brock Larson trains at American Top Team, also the main academy in Coconut Creek, Florida, and he does get a chance to get a look at guys, you know, that are similar in stature and striking ability, and very heavy-handed. So he does have a chance to train and emulate some of the things he's going to see with Melvin Manhoef. But you know, it's a completely different game when you get in there. Right now, both guys just feeling each other out and trying to gauge their reactions, because that quarter second of time, it can make a big difference.
Well, the crowd getting a little bit impatient. There's the first throw in anger, and it's from Larson, and he doubled up on the left hand from the southpaw stance.
I'm not sure I'd want to upset Melvin. I'm surprised Melvin's not really, you know, he's working that jab out there to see what Larson's going to do and get an idea of how he's going to react so that he can set up those shots. But when Melvin unleashes, he doesn't really sit there and play jab, jab. He gets in there and tries to put your head through the first throw.
He picks his punches though, doesn't he? And then when he finds one, he really lets go.
Whoa. Just missed the chin.
May have given him a bit of a shave. He's working the goatee there, Larson. May not have it by the end of this round.
For being a welterweight, usually, Brock Larson really doesn't look smaller, at least not by much if he is, than Melvin Manhoef.
No, he's a big man. He carries that weight well, doesn't he? But look at the bulk of Manhoef. That's where the power comes from. That upper body, the shoulders and the chest. Huge arms he has.
Melvin's definitely starting a lot slower than he usually does. He's shown a lot of respect to the takedown and grappling ability of Brock Larson, and Brock's been able to throw a couple of shots right down that. Looks like Brock's setting up the takedown now.
Oh, knee to the midriff, yes, from Melvin.
Yeah. And Melvin can throw some heavy knees. He knocked out Dennis Kang, who's also a very highly regarded Korean mixed martial artist from American Top Team.
Kick to the head from Manhoef, got through. Got a lot of kickboxing experience, Melvin. That one just parried away by Larson.
Well, Larson's definitely a little tentative when Melvin's letting some of these feints go. You see Larson's reacting, and what that's doing, that's giving Melvin the ability to gauge how Larson's going to react. If he knows, if I kind of come here with my jab, Larson's going to move this way, he's going to fake that jab and come with a big right hand or something. So Larson has to be careful, not showing too much of his hand.
Inside the final 2 minutes, I think what we got here, Jason, is Larson, who's very cautious about receiving the big Manhoef punch, and Manhoef, who's very cautious about getting taken down by Larson.
I concur.
And Melvin's had enough of this. Arms down by his side, big inhalation of breath.
Slow first round this far. There's a nice shot. Stuffed head kick
again. Oh, he's chasing him. Oh! In a leg lock, and they're both back on their feet now. Wow, that was a burst of energy.
You know, it's like freight trains colliding. They don't always get up to speed as quickly as you'd like to see, but when they get up and they collide, watch out, sparks and tons of steel all over the place.
Brock Larson was chased halfway around the ring.
You know what? That wasn't because he was worried. He got rocked by a shot. And that was the smart thing to do, is jog half a cage away and re-engage.
I'm not sure jogging's the right word.
Sprinting, jogging. Living to fight another round.
That's what he's done. With 20 seconds left in the first. This is not where Manhoef wants to be, but he gets out of that. Just picks up a little right uppercut from Larson as they came out of that clinch, and they'll see out this first round. It's been cagey stuff, but you dare not take your eyes off it. Because round one was enthralling. A little slow-paced. We've used the expression chess match before, and that's what it was up there.
I didn't think Brock could run that fast.
Slightly more energized, the two of them. Manhoef almost with a peekaboo style, her hands very high.
Well, like the first round started, a little tentative, a little feeling each other out. Lots of respect shown by both guys for the other.
For such a big man, Manhoef brings up that lightning kick so quickly.
Brock's got to be careful when he's backing away there with that head high, because if Manhoef decides to launch another head kick, it could be good night.
There's no question when Manhoef just springs forward, even if he's faking it. Larson's on his back foot very quickly.
Brock's corner told him to throw that left hand straight at Manhoef's chin, and it worked. Let's see if he tries it again. There's another short one. Not really committing to it, though. He's not turning his hip over on it.
Yeah. Now, what's happened there? Okay, whatever it was, they're back at it.
Brock needs to get Manhoef to really respect his hands to be able to open that shot up, because if he keeps taking those shots from a distance, he's going to get stuck underneath Manhoef.
Well, once again, the crowd getting a little bit impatient, and referee Yuji Shimada says, "I hear you."
Well, just
I'll give them both a yellow card.
Just
what
like
he's
in
saying
the old
is,
school,
come on, fight you two. A little bit unfortunate, I think.
Nice head kick.
What a kick that was. And Larson is fearful of that.
A couple of good punches.
Still got those hands nice and high, Melvin. You can see how tentative Larson is. Every time Melvin just shuffles forward, backwards he goes. Goes for the single leg. Oh, and he just missed out on the knee to the head there, Melvin Manhoef.
Good front kick by Manhoef.
Melvin picked up a right hand.
Picked it up and put it down right on Larson. Manhoef is doing a very good job of pacing himself and not letting himself get too wild and crazy, because that would open that shot up for Brock. Brock looks very tentative here to engage.
He's the one that's circling. Oh, he parried that kick, but it's got to hurt. And now the chance for some ground and pound. The knee coming in, defended himself well. And there's a big cut on Larson's knee. They must have clashed knees. And the hammer blows come down from Manhoef.
His corner's yelling for a heel hook. If I were Brock at this point, I would let go of the leg and get up on top of Melvin Manhoef. That's not deep enough to really be effective there. Manhoef's doing the right thing there with his left leg, pushing on Brock to create some space. Brock should abandon that leg, in my opinion, and just get on top of Melvin, because, man, he's eating some shots. You hear his corner yelling the same thing, to climb up.
Using the left leg to try and push himself free. Manhoef, by the way, is cut around the forehead somewhere.
Well, it looks like Brock's working his way up now. He wants to be very cautious when he does get up to control the feet.
Still got the ankle.
Now, this is exactly what Brock Larson has needed. He only has a minute to work, but if he can pass guard and start opening up a little pressure here, this could change everything for him and the momentum of the fight. Brock's moving into mount.
He's going to work on that face with some fists, because Manhoef is cut. 35 seconds to see if he can make his wrestling pay.
He's got 30 seconds to either get the submission. Oh, he's working around to the back, locking up the armbar. This is dangerous because he abandoned the position. He's only got 20 seconds to get this armbar fully extended on Melvin. He's yanking on it a little bit here, but Melvin's hands are clasped.
Can Melvin hold on?
I think he's going to be able to, with 10 seconds left. That's fairly tight. Oh, saved by the bell.
He has literally been saved by the bell. In the final minute or so of that second round, this is the third and final round.
Brock looks a little flat-footed, how he's crossing his feet there when he's shuffling, and he's not actually light on his toes. It's going to be hard for him to move quickly if Melvin comes in with some punches. Corner wants him to let his hands go and really just get in there, but Melvin's a very dangerous person to time.
That final minute of the second round was a real sign of what could happen if Brock Larson gets his man in a position of control on the deck. And that's what Melvin Manhoef will be fearful of in these final 4 minutes or so. Stay on your feet and protect that left eye. And while you're doing that, see if you can land a couple of heavy punches. The crowd getting restless again, which I think is a bit of a shame because it's quite a treat to see these two just look for the one big explosion. They're big guys. They're not the kind that are going to throw many punches in bunches. They're looking for the big shot.
All Melvin Manhoef knows how to throw is a big shot everywhere. That's a good single leg takedown. Brock really needs to finish this and drive through here. Trying to turn, stays on him. This is what Brock needs. He needs to get the fight to the ground and have three and a half minutes to be able to really work, because we saw what he was able to do with a minute left in the end of the second round. And we also saw what Manhoef is able to do with just a couple of punches.
Well, he's got 3.5 minutes to work this one.
Brock saying that Melvin may be holding the glove. You saw referee Yuji Shimada show a yellow card, much like the old days of Pride when there's that yellow card there. They have the stalling and will take some of your purse card coming out next. Nice little trip. Brock's gonna work around now and try to take the back. Well, this is what Brock has needed to be able to get this fight where he wants it on the ground and really negate the punching power of Melvin No Mercy Manhoef.
Those punches are being thrown, but they're all hitting Melvin's hand, who's got his hand in front of his face.
Brock's trying to use those punches just to get Melvin to open up a little bit because he can't really slide to his back because of the cage. But those little short punches are going to make Melvin move and squirm, and that's going to open up the positioning.
Melvin protecting his face, just telling the referee, I'm all right. Yuji Shimada was asking the question. No, no, said Melvin, whose nose is in trouble as well.
Yuji asked him if he wants him to stop the fight.
He's good. He's giving the thumbs up.
I've never seen anyone as fine as Melvin is getting punched in the face. Totally composed.
Those punches are coming down, though, and the more he throws, he gives another thumbs up, which is incredible that he feels he has to do that while taking this kind of a beating. Another thumbs up comes from Melvin.
You know, I tell you, if he wasn't giving those thumbs up, Yuji may have stopped this, because it's not about whether or not you say you're okay. It's intelligently defending yourself. You know, Yuji Shimada may say that he doesn't want to see you take a lot of damage regardless of whether or not you feel like you're okay, but
I do feel that he is okay, though. I don't feel he's lost his senses there. He took an elbow there to the
I
chin.
fully agree. I think he's okay there, but, you know, Yuji Shimada may have a different definition of what okay is.
As I think I would, to be honest, if I was down there.
My definition of okay in this fight is being on this side of the fence. That's okay. Everything else, not so much. Just crazy action here. And Brock, he's got a little over a minute. I think he's going to probably try to look for a submission because he may or may not have done enough to win this fight.
70 seconds.
He's going to work to pass back into mount here. Melvin's opened up. He's using that instep there to pry the legs open and slide his knee out, right like that. And he's going to work his left knee over and try to flatten him back out here.
Brock Larson is doing enough work to possibly clinch this one.
Well, Brock needs to really move into mount and advanced position here. I think that it's a very close, use that foot, great pass. Brock's got about 35 or 40 seconds. He had success with that submission attempt earlier. I think he's got to go for broke here and not leave it in the judge's hands. Corner's yelling, have to finish.
I think Melvin has been so resilient so far. I can't see him giving way in these final 20 seconds. It could all be in vain, though. Has Larson done enough? I think he may well have done.
10 seconds left. I think we might see Brock throw up a Hail Mary attempt at an arm here. He doesn't really have deep enough, but does finish strong.
Well, there it is. And these two, as is so often the case in this sport, giving plenty of respect to each other. It's Larson who's on his feet with his arms in the air, and it's Manhoef who's on his knees getting treatment.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges see it for the winner via unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner,